I'm going to explain how I use ABA with my daughter every day. And just to give you a little breakdown, ABA is a lifestyle, okay? Like, once you fully understand ABA, you can't undo ABA because you really understand behavior, you understand response effort, you understand reinforcement and punishment and motivation and all that stuff. So let me explain with my daughter. So if you guys all know, last week I was dealing with hives and I'm finally over it. But today, well, really last night, my daughter has very weak lungs because she was premature. So to make a long story short, we had to go to the emergency room today because she needed another steroid treatment for her lungs because she's starting to come down with something. And I say this because as a behavioral analyst, we are data analysts. So we collect a lot of data. And while my daughter was in a NICU, I collect all the data, and that's just normal for us to collect data. So to make a long story short, I understand that when my daughter has these respiratory issues, her average time to get over it is about 7 to 8 days. So we are at day 2. So when it comes to booking, like for instance, I was out sick all last week, so I got 0 things done. So now my daughter is sick, and I know that the response for the sickness is going to take a few days. So this week is kind of like, wow, again. So to be on the safe side, I'm going to have to send out my availability to meet with everyone else for next week because I'm being proactive. I don't want to set up a meet and then I'm not able to commit to it because I have to be a mom first. How does this apply to ABA? Well, I'm being proactive by setting the dates later so that I know I'm clear by next week. She should be fine. I understand the duration of my daughter's sickness, so I already have a window of time to expect her to be sick. And I also understand the intensity or like the extreme of what it can be. You know what I mean? So my main focus is to be proactive and set my dates and meetings for next week. And also with my motivation today, since last night was a little rough and then this morning I called her primary to explain what happened. They're like, oh, well, you need to bring her to the hospital because you could kind of hear her like breathing in the back. So we spent the first couple hours in the emergency room and we got her treatment. So by the time I got home, she's at my mom's now because I have a meeting today. So by the time I got home, I was just exhausted. I didn't have my coffee. So my morning was already off of my typical routine. And I was exhausted because I didn't have my coffee. So like my motivation to get up and going was kind of like down because of all the stuff that I had to go through this morning. But after I got my coffee, it started to kick in and it motivated me like, Chris, go to the office. Like go to the office, get back to your routine while we have the time before things could get worse. So here I am making this video to explain how I use ABA every day and to let you guys know that I'll be sending out my availability for next week.